Hello everybody, welcome to another rendition of the Artistic Director Reacts channel, today hosted by yours truly, T. Today we have a very special reaction near and dear to my heart. We will be reacting to Vicente Fernandez, El Rey de la Música Ranchera, the king of ranchera music, this massive cultural icon that is held near and dear for so many Latin American countries, especially the country Mexico, which he hails from. This man has made a huge impact on the musical scene. He influenced a whole generation of musicians. He's so huge, to give you a scope to my American audience, that you would have to have an amalgamation of Frank Sinatra, Elvis, and Captain America from the MCU to really capture what this man was to so many people. Today we will be reacting to Por tu maldito amor, because of your damned love. I don't know if that's going to be demonetized or something. I hope not. Let's get started here.
El día que te encontré me enamoré. Tú sabes que yo nunca lo he negado. Con saña me lograste enloquecer.
I want to take a quick pause right here because I want you folks to notice the scene that's being set up here. This piece is actually from one of his movies titled the same name, Por tu maldito amor. This one I haven't actually seen. I've seen a number of his movies, so I'm gonna have to review it on Tuner Vision. This is very quintessential ranchera, cowboy, masculine longing and pain. The sombrero is a very masculine symbol in Mexico. A large part of masculinity in Mexico, at least at the times that Vicente was really prominent and was in his younger years here. The cantina, or the Mexican bar, was very glorified and was seen as a social place for men to gather and talk about their feelings, really. In the presence of alcohol, the feelings that misogyny and toxic masculinity that were present in that time, that presence of alcohol allowed these people to divulge and say things that they normally wouldn't and be vulnerable with each other. At this point in time and in this narrative, this is what's happening. That's why we see the drunkard who's passed out. And we have Vicente himself with a whole bottle of tequila, probably safe to say, backed by the mariachi. And actually, it's not uncommon to have a live band, a live mariachi, in these cantinas, and people would pay them tips to sing particular songs. This is Vicente Fernandez, so of course he has the mariachi back him up as he sings.
De pronto todo aquello se acabó. Faltaste a la promesa de adorarnos. Me hundiste en el olvido por creer que a ti no llegarían jamás los años.
I find it absolutely fascinating that this man has such control over his voice that at the beginning of a measure he will have this power belt, I would call it. It's very operatic at times and it's very belty in others. But it's this very powerful sound that comes from deep in his body. And the second half of the measure, or the second half of the musical phrase, he goes up into this head voice that is just so full and masculine, just incredibly connected to his body. He's obviously aided through recording equipment and the microphone that helps compress his sound to make that sound like one voice, but he does such a good job just on his own, and it's so expressive. I really wish I would have been able to see him live, because he's actually famous for telling his audience that he's going to keep singing until they stop clapping. And he kind of held himself to his word. He would have 4-hour-long concerts. The very last concert that he had before his death, may he rest in peace, was his farewell concert in 2016, I believe it was. He died in 2021, December 12th. But his farewell tour was reportedly, it was free. He would sing for hours at a time until the audience seemed to give off a vibe that they were satisfied. And to sing for that long when you are the main act is incredible. Power and agility, too. He has a number of trills that he employs at the beginning and ends of phrases.
Por tu maldito amor.
Trill.
No puedo terminar con tantas penas. Quisiera reventarme hasta las venas. Por tu maldito amor. Por tu maldito amor. Por tu maldito amor.
This is an excellent example of how adept a singer he was and how expressive he was. His sound is inherently beautiful. There's no denying that. But there's a certain element of him allowing it to lean over to a less beautiful side and a more emotional side. You can hear it in the vocal folds, in the tension that there is when he mimics, or it genuinely feels perhaps, the emotion. He's singing about this person that has betrayed him, and he's cursing their love because he's always been faithful to them, and now they've left him hanging up to dry. When he sang Por tu maldito amor, that eval was so pure and so round and so colorful. It was like, wow. You would wonder if this man had any operatic training, but actually he didn't. He just sang from the heart, and he had various other Mexican influences in regards to singers of his age. Funnily enough, the big singer before him was Javier Solis. When Vicente was younger, he tried to get a record deal, but Javier Solis was still alive and was kind of the golden boy at the time, so he was denied, and he was told to go milk some cows or something, which he already knew how because he grew up on a ranch. But these executives, when Javier Solis passed away prematurely, unfortunately, they came running back to him and wanted to sign him because their golden boy had gone and now they needed another cash cow. Unfortunately, the industry is that way sometimes. But Vicente's so expressive. The way he sounds with mimicking the human cry, you can feel the emotion brimming inside of him, and it spills out and affects his voice. It's got where the vocal folds release and he goes up into the head voice, and they break at times too to mimic that crying and that expressive breath that he takes. He intakes this particular breath that's very reminiscent of sobs.
No logro acomodar mis sentimientos y el alma se me sigue consumiendo por tu maldito amor, por tu maldito amor. No quiero que regreses nunca, no. Prefiero la derrota entre mis manos. Si ayer tu nombre tanto pronuncié, hoy mírame rompiéndome los labios.
So at this point in the song, he's moved on from expressing the sadness that he has for his love leaving him, and he's moved on to actually cursing her. No, there's nothing wrong with the syncing of the audio in the video. At this point in time, my camera decided to die on me. So the rest of this video, you might hear some voiceovers in the spots that I'm missing. I'm just curious to know what sort of expressive choices he's going to make the second time around that he gets to the chorus.
Por tu maldito amor, no puedo terminar con tantas penas. Quisiera reventar amor, por tu maldito amor, no logro acomodar mis sentimientos y el alma se me sigue consumiendo por tu maldito amor, por tu maldito amor, por tu maldito amor, por tu bendito amor.
I like how the last phrase of this song is because of your blessed love, not because of your damned love, indicating that he's not over this woman. My condolences to the Fernandez family, to Mexico and Latin America in its entirety, because we lost a musical icon. He was 81 when he passed, and he passed on the day of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Very significant for the Mexican community. This is personally one of my favorite songs because that eval is just so bright and clear and powerful. It amazes me every single time. If you like this video and want to see others like it, please tap the like button, comment down below what kinds of videos you would like us to review or react to, and hit that subscribe button, please. It helps our channel out tremendously at this point in time. It's absolutely free. It costs nothing except maybe 2 seconds. Thank you very much for watching this particular video. Click through to see more videos like this, and until next time, bye!